Jake Hager versus Wardlow. The Inner Circle fighting again a couple weeks after they had the fight to say we're not going to fight anymore. We're either going to get along or break up forever. Now, but these two guys are still mad. Jericho tried to weasel out of it and kind of cover it up. But this is a stupid match to have on free TV with a short, lousy build-up to begin with. And now, apparently, I'm sure they realize that. This should have been short and built to a fever pitch, and then had somebody responsible laying it out every step of the way. Instead, they did a short, measly build-up and then put these guys out there for 15 minutes, and it fucking sucked. Wardlow has a ton of potential, but he's green, and he should be because he hadn't been around that long. I've come to realize that Jake Hager is perma-green. He's gone as far as he's going to go. This is it. Because now everybody's been saying, well, he's been around for 10 years or 12 years, or he was in the WWE and he did this and that. I said, green isn't chronological. Green is a state of mind. He's awkward. He don't get how to work like a shooter or like a big guy. And it ain't fucking gonna, he needs to be in tags and be protected. If this match had been on OVW television back in the day, I would have accepted it. I would have aired it, and I would have had a long postmortem with the guys watching it back as a learning tool, because it is local television, and that's what we were there for, to learn. This match shouldn't have been on national TV because there was no ring general. They're too green to have this the big man match and take care of themselves. I'm talking about taking care of themselves, their image to the people, not their actual physical well-being. Didn't seem like anybody almost got crippled here, but both guys came out looking fumble-footed and green because there was nobody to lead this thing. And they went through a break. And I said it was brutal to have these guys go this fucking long. And as it got toward the end, it was like watching an amateur tough man fight. Two guys that had a bare idea of what to fucking do, doing everything they could as fast as they could, and they blew up and they got sloppy. And then Wardlow, what is he, 6'3", 275 pounds, goes up at the top and hits a swanton, looked like Jeff Hardy. Cover, 1, 2, and Hager turned him over into a hold. Sold the swanton by the near 300-pound guy off the top rope for 2 seconds and turned him into an offensive hold. That's what I'm talking about, green. That's a stupid, stupid thing to do in a professional wrestling match. And green people do it because nobody's told them any better. And then finally, Wardlow hit his F10, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Thanks for coming, Jake. If anybody but AEW fans actually watched this television program, this match would have buried both guys. If this was a wider audience that weren't genetically predisposed to love everything they do no matter what, this would have, if this had been on Raw in the days when Raw was getting 5 or 6 or 7 million people watching it, it would have killed both guys. Buried them deader than fucking Kelsey's nuts. What'd you think?
I didn't like the match. I didn't like the weeks of lame setup for this match, just that they don't like each other, so they're going to wrestle. Wardlow did a promo before the match. He shouldn't be doing promos.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right.
He's the guy's badass backup. He shouldn't be doing promos. You kind of summed up a lot of my thoughts about the match. I will say one other thing. This goes show-wide. Again, how the mighty have fallen. When the pandemic first hit and they did those shows in Atlanta at QT Marshall's gym, I thought Jericho did a great job on commentary.
Oh, boy.
He is unbearable now. He's just screaming the entire time. If you ever want to appreciate Excalibur, put him next to Jericho. Just the whole time he's screaming and he's yelling and he sucks. And he shouldn't be doing this anymore. Wow. He was so good those
when we
first
looked
few
forward
tapings.
to it. Yeah. They would like announce Chris Jericho's going to do commentary. Okay, at least something will be worth listening to.
He's unbearable.
That's got to be the next omnibus, the evolution of what we thought about AEW and Jericho's place in it.
Well, that's what I was going to do that originally for one of the last, one of the omnibuses at the end of the year was going to be Chris Jericho's 2020, the sad decline of Chris Jericho. And then I realized it would take me forever to put it together because there are so many segments. I'm going to do it at some point. I'm probably going to confine it to 2020, but this is the beginning of 2021. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to do it at some point because
Put that off on Jay Sharknado.
He is in the midst of an all-time pathetic run, and his awful commentary is just every. Get Jericho off the fucking show. He's not helping anyone anymore.
Well, I'm wondering whether or not that he gave up when he realized that, because at first he was trying to be the serious top heel of a wrestling company. And then once that he saw what he was being surrounded by, did he just throw up his hands and say, fuck it, this ain't gonna
No.
I'm just going to have fun?
He's as bad as them. That's the thing. He's got a moron mentality like the worst morons that are there. He started off, he was great, but there were little hints of, okay, he thinks this is going to be, I'm going to do Bad Comedy Showcase. And there were little bits of that. The thing where they had his dad in a box, little bits of it there. And, the other thing is, look at the shape of him. Look at the shape of him. And now someone out there is going to go, oh, look at your shape and Cornette's shape. Hey, we're not wrestlers on national television. Look at the shape of Jericho.
That's the reason why I was never to cast in the biopic remake of the story of John Holmes.
Tony Khan met with him and said, I'm going to start this promotion. I got TNT behind me. I have unlimited capital. I want to make a deal with you. He needed Jericho. For the same reason all the NBA fans were ripping on him. They know who he is. He made the deal with Jericho. Jericho didn't say, that's great. I'm going to accept all this money. I'm looking forward to this challenge. I'm going to go hit the gym. He said, give me some chocolate cake. He said, give me some drinks. This guy doesn't take it seriously.
Give me a duet with my shadow.
This guy wants to do this because he could do whatever he wants. Vince would not let him on TV the way he looks. He wouldn't let him do all the stupid bad shit on TV. He knows he has free reign in AEW to do any crap he wants and look as shitty as he wants. And he keeps putting up pictures on social media of him sucking in his gut to try to show off his abs. He hides those love handles behind a shirt each and every time. There's a reason all those NBA fans went crazy on Chris Jericho, because they remember what he used to look like just a few years ago, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, or when he was on the gas. This is a guy that was always in shape. This is a guy that used to be able to go. And now it just looks sad. And there are some fans out there trying to excuse it. And they're like, oh, this is his gimmick. Oh, he's a washed up rock star. That's not his gimmick. That's what he aspires to be, but that's not his gimmick. That's his reality.
Unfortunately, that's not a gimmick. That's just a sad state of affairs.
And again, to circle back to the commentary, get him off the fucking mic. Now he's just screaming. You know what? I appreciate Jim Ross and Excalibur so much more now that they've been sitting next to Jericho the last few weeks. Really, really bad.
All right. I think we've got that settled.